What's up, J-Rock in the building. Represent the Power Jam DJs and the Good Event Stream team. How y'all feeling on this beautiful Tuesday evening? Back in the house with another episode of the Everyday DJ Podcast. And we got my band in the building tonight. We got a couple of my good homies on the line. And actually, the phone lines will not be open tonight. But, you know, feel free to hit up the comment boxes, the chat boxes, and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get this party started. What up, fellas? What up, fellas?
Good rock. How you been? Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy stimulus day, I guess.
Not for me. Not for me.
Ooh, man, oh man. Everybody out there on YouTube land, Facebook, and Twitch, shout out to my homie DJ Trey Pound. So tonight we don't have a real agenda. It's just we're gonna catch up. We're gonna talk about current affairs, current events, and all that good stuff. And just make it, you know, just touch bases. You know, I know we got a lot of happy people out there about this $600 stimulus money that might possibly be $2,000 a person stimulus money. That might possibly be $600 for the kids and $2,000 for the adults. But I think it's still too little, too late. Yeah, so what y'all got on y'all mind, man?
Well, I mean, I heard from, you know, the news that what was it? Majority Leader Mitch McConnell kicked it back.
Oh, he just dropped a new bill of his own, man.
Kicked it back, but he said he'll support it with something else, you know, with recommendations that other than just the
No, he just dropped a new bill within the last hour that want to repeal Section 230, and also had some, I forgot what else it had. It was pretty major though. And he want to limit who can get the money. And it was like one more thing I forgot about.
What? Limit to get the money to who?
To before they was giving $2,000 to everybody, and now they're reducing it to $2,000 for adults, $600 for kids. Adult dependents can't get anything now, and you got to have a social security number now. So the undocumented folks aren't eligible.
And then like I think the first time they gave out the first stimulus check, those who had arrearages in the child support, I think that's going to apply this time too.
And the third one was thanks, Tyler. I sent you the link too, homie. The third one was Tyler just said it, investigating an election fraud. So I don't know. We might see something. But I know
The
it's
joke is that 6 weeks that they want to give extra for unemployment insurance is not enough.
yep,
And then it came 1 week too late.
it's crazy, right? And it's like it's a whole lot of gig workers that's been hit hard, not being able to do these events. It's like I got a lot of colleagues of mine who haven't been able to work. I'm just me myself personally. I'm thankful that I got a multifaceted approach to generating legal income. That we've been hit in one area, but in the other aspects of my life, things been chill. But it's not as good as a year as it was forecast to be. Not being able to, I don't have not one in life, in person holiday party. Normally this time of year, from mid November to mid January, we be rolling with those holiday parties. And this year, not being able to do no in person holiday parties. One, because the companies just aren't doing them. And two, shit, it ain't safe. It is just not safe. So let me holler at the comments real quick. We got my dude homie, my homie Melly in the building, Tyler in the building, my homie Ronald. Hey Melly, I sent you a link to hop on the panel if you want. If anybody's interested in hopping on the panel, send me a Facebook message. I will send you the link to hop on. Tonight we got a pretty short production. I'm on vacation. And so my wifey was like, you know what, still go ahead and do your podcast. You skipped it last week for the Christmas holiday. You got to go ahead and do it this week. We got my homie Gerald in the building. My homie Gerald says we can DJ, learn, and reset financially. 2020 is a wake-up call for the gig society. Man, 2020 was a shot of reality, like just so much stuff that, we kind of take for granted that, it's always going to be a gig to do. It's always going to be that bar gig. It's always going to be weddings. 2020 didn't matter if you had 15 gigs on your book. Yeah, 2020 didn't matter. So Tony Warren, what's on your mind, bud?
Well, one thing that kind of stay constant is that I think you know about my New Year's Eve gig that I do every year. It was canceled back in October. We rebooked it about a week and a half ago. It's going to go on WebEx. So it's back though. It's not as much income that I would generate normally, but it is something. As far as next year, right now New York is almost shut down because we're at 7% at the moment.
Jeez.
And, yeah. And that's something that concerns everybody about, not just businesses, but, anybody who does any type of entertainment. Broadway's still going to be closed for a while. Restaurants, anything with a club, you can forget about. And nobody really wants to do any parties, especially while the rate is still going up.
So it's a wrap right now.
Those right now the gig that I was doing during the summertime with the Soul Zumba classes, they're going to resume back in February, but it's not going to be a spot in a park since it's still too cold. It's going to actually have to be remotely. So they're working that out. But New York is one of those places that any gig work, you can basically forget. Too many people out here doing it for free for you to actually make a profit.
Jeez.
So right now, I think anybody in entertainment, including DJs, is going to be in hibernation until maybe that thaw, maybe that early thaw, maybe we'll get in March.
What you got going on? Be quiet.
I'm getting ready. I'm just ramping up the inventory, and staying relevant with my equipment. Right now, I got hit up. I got hit up to do a wedding early next year, and then I got hit up to do when we were in our 5th year of the Black History production, Black History Month production in February. So they're gonna start rehearsing for that soon. And other than that, man, it is absolutely a snail's pace, if that, when it comes to anything business related. And I don't foresee. I had a couple of schools reach out to me. They didn't ask me, say, well, we want to book you. It was like, well, we just want you just in case you decide to do something. So I was like, it's the same as not college. Oh, but I'm serious. It was appreciated that they thought about me, they looked out. So outside of that, man, all I'm just doing is I'm in the shop, just like going through and just taking an inventory, cleaning stuff. I actually ordered, and I know I'm about to get it when I do this. But when the weather break, and I know in March and February it'll start easing up. But
what you done bought now?
I bought some real basic, man. I bought some truss polish. Now, that's about some aluminum truss polish.
You must have been bored out of your mind.
Look, and then I went ahead and bought some
microfiber gloves.
It's about to go down. It's about to be some rubbing.
Man, what Beloved and I've been doing, we've been actually just resetting. We produced a 3-week conference that was like a virtual event every day for like 21 days. And so we just wrapped that up. Then Saturday we produced a virtual Kwanzaa presentation. It's on the YouTube page. Y'all can check it out. And so outside of that, as it relates to DJing, we've been practicing, spending time in the studio, just really playing with the Denons and the Pioneer, trying to figure out, a good workflow. Growing impatient, waiting for Serato to support the Denons and waiting for Virtual DJ to support the S11. So right now I got half supported here and half supported there, but I've been making it work though. And so really just been gearing up mentally to figure out, how we're going to take advantage of this whole COVID-19 situation and be able to, keep some type of normalcy as it relates to doing events and stuff like that. Because this, you can easily look at it like, you know what, I ain't worried about it. I'm just going to watch TV. I'm going to binge watch. What's my show that I've been trying to watch? Lovecraft or whatever, Love Country, whatever the hell the name of the show is. And so I just been, really focused on just practicing and looking at the contracts and looking at what marketing we want to do moving forward. While Beloved has been working on making sure that, the other side of our business is good and, the kids' education and all that good stuff. So we've been tag teaming it. Just trying to stay motivated, man.
That's what I want to touch on real quick. So with the climbing, with the rising, cases and the spike, I'm surprised that I haven't seen schools shut down.
Yeah, and Maryland, we're close. Well, we're doing
Here
remote.
in New York, we're close too.
Yeah, we're doing remote school, remote schooling. But we homeschool, so we school all year round. So the only thing the pandemic has impacted, as far as my kids' education, is some of the definitely going to the library and some of the meetups we used to do with other homeschooling groups and other school programs. But outside of that, it's business as usual for them. Now, my homie Trey Pound says you would think with everything in lockdown, Serato could push out the updates faster. Man,
It's like we are.
they moving at a snail's pace.
I don't think there's any reason for them to. It's not going to make them any money to push this out.
Yeah, I think they'll wait until like NAM, Winter NAM coming up January 18th, which is going to be virtual this year, by the way. And they'll probably drop, new Serato update, and it's going to be like 2 or 3 new controllers. Pioneer going to drop the S10. Reloop is going to drop something. And it's going to be a big Serato update. That's my prediction for now. I don't know though. But really, right now, is there any gear that you guys are looking forward to?
Nope.
I know that I'm in the market. All I'm in the market for is a secondary. I got a Vestax VCI 300 and my new Mark S7, ready to go up to the. I want to get me an S7 III. That's about it. Other than that, some road cases, just some maintenance gear, replacing some cables, some more audio cables, nothing major.
Like my homie Trey Pound said, tell Serato to do it for the love.
When's the last time you ever heard Serato doing anything for love other than money?
You know what? 2 weeks ago, Serato hooked me up, man, with a 12-month subscription of DJ Studio. So, and actually, it wasn't just me. Shout out to my homie DJ I95. He facilitated a dope Zoom with Serato, and they blessed everybody.
What's up?
Yep. I wanted them to bless me with a beta. Cause he was like, yeah, we played with the Denons, with the S11 in the lab, da 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 da. I'm like, homie. I'm like, bruh, I need that in my life, bruh. Let me get a copy of that. I'd be like them guys in the Serato DJ group. Let me get a link for Serato. I need a link for that. Yeah, to the people tuned in, y'all got any questions, anything on y'all mind y'all want to talk about? Feel free to chime in the comments and stuff like that. Now, I hate to go back to this topic, but as it relates to stimulus, me personally, my plan is to just take it and put it in the stock market. I'm gonna gamble a little bit with my little $600. Look, if you sign up for Weeble, you get 2 free stocks. Now,
I mean, at the end of the day, how much is $600 if you really look at it?
yeah, at the end of the day, the way I look at it, $600 is groceries.
Mm-hmm.
$600 is a car payment for somebody, utilities. It could be more. Definitely could be more. I think Gerald dropped some stock tickers in the comments. Telling y'all what stocks to buy. NIO, XL, APPL, Apple stock. Okay.
What you need to do? What you need to do is save that money. Because Jesus Christ, you know, I know that there are some people out there that's gonna have some. Everybody's body is different. The world is different.
Look, my homie Trey Pound says he's gonna use his $600 to pay for getting his taxes done.
That's preparation.
That's pricey. Jeez.
Yeah, CPAs don't cost that much.
He sound like Dr. Dre's wife.
You know what? I need to holler at our president's CPAs so I could pay $750 in taxes, and
That's where you need to go.
so I need some CPAs like that. Give me all them legal loopholes.
I remember, come January the 21st, that guy may not be around anymore. He may get indicted with Trump.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, once Trump gets out of office, I believe he's gonna get hit with a piano out.
Because I know the Attorney General, I hear Letitia James probably got them indictments sitting in her drawer, waiting for the day after the inauguration to serve that Trump. Since he
5:01
crapped
p.m.
all over New York.
Look, 5:01 p.m. on the 20th. Charge is gonna drop.
Mm-hmm.
And my homie Tyler says he's taking that 600 or 2,000 or whatever it's gonna be, and putting it towards a new vehicle. Man, I want a new truck so bad.
What? You too?
Man, but I can't do it right now. I'm trying to be disciplined. If this was 2019, man, throw it in the bag. But 2020, shit.
Hey,
I ain't buying nothing big like that.
I got a question. Do anybody know what Bell's palsy is?
Bell's palsy? That's a muscle something in the brain, right? Where
That is a condition. It's like paralysis of the face.
yeah, make your lip or something droop, or that's cause muscle spasms and
Like sometimes it can be permanent, or it can be permanent, temporary, permanent to lasting, permanent, temporary. But that has been probably maybe 0.5% of the side effects that have been happening to people taking the vaccine. And I ain't trying to tell nobody away from it, but
Bell's palsy is a side effect of the vaccine.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yep. And trust me, like those scary movies that you see on TV or in the movies, who is the first one to die? Black people. they get into it.
Oh man. And my homie Trey Pound says, "Isn't that what Sylvester Stallone had?"
That's one of the possible side effects from taking the vaccine from certain people. I'll just say not.
Damn. Was that the Pfizer or the Moderna?
That was a Pfizer brand, not the Moderna, because Kamala took the Moderna. I believe it's the Pfizer brand.
Jeez. I don't know. That's scary, man.
That would scare me because I had a stroke, so I would be more susceptible to get Bell's palsy if that was the case. Wow.
Anyway, so I mean, it probably may do some good for you. You know what I'm saying? You get Bell's palsy, you probably look a whole lot better, man. I might have to hook you with my sister. You know?
You are a fool.
Really, chocolate drop? Is that how we going with this?
He's a fool.
Is that how we do the chocolate drop?
Now, see, right now, I'm hoping that this whole Section 230 thing don't pass, because YouTube will come at me for this comment to be quiet just made.
What is a Section 230 anyway?
Pretty much is liability protection for tech companies that says if I post something on YouTube that people don't like, that YouTube can't be sued for it. And so, but our president is mad at the tech companies because they're censoring his very accurate and truthful posts.
Oh, well, I'm talking about
Yeah, Twitter mostly, I think. Yeah, but
I don't think they're gonna knock this shit. Oh, they're gonna knock this shit down after he get up out of there.
I don't know, probably not. Them tech companies, they spend a whole lot of money on lobbyists. Speaking of spending money on lobbyists, this is something that's been on my mind. What do you good folks think about the gig community, DJs, event producers, lighting folks, organize and have like get a lobbying body, as well as just some form of organization that, we can send to speak for the industry. Because you notice through this whole pandemic, just recently in the bill that was passed last week, they got something in there for Save Our Stages, where they're doing stuff for the venue operators. They're getting a couple of $1 billion that they're going to be able to get money out of. But as far as the people who work in those venues, the independent consultants and gig workers like us, it's still nothing directly outside of unemployment for the people that's eligible. So still nothing. So the fact that Tony Rome hasn't been able to do 99% of the gigs he normally do in a year, he still has no recourse, no help and support, because he still have another career, an additional career that he made money off. But if he's anything like me, the way your life is set up, saving up for college for 3 kids and
that's been done already.
So your kids are grown, right?
Mm-hmm. My daughter's in her 30s.
See, I got a 32-year-old, a 31-year-old, 15, 13, and 11. So I started over. I reset the clock. I figured we needed some more cool young people in the world. Trey Pound says it would be good if we teamed up with the hospitality industry, as we pretty much supplement variant as gig workers. That's true. We need to do something, man, outside of hating on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if DJ...
Our main focus should actually have a national union. That's what our main focus should be.
Some collective, or I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. But we need something, man. Now, a lot of DJs are closing up shop. When we started Power Jams DJs a few years ago, we did some research and found where it was another provider that we liked. His name is DJ Mikey Mike. He has a popular YouTube channel. And so he closed up shop for 2020. Sold off all his gear, both new and used. And watching his channel, watching his video of him, talking about selling all of his gear and closing up shop, it was like, yo, it's crazy. Have you guys contemplated moving away from the event industry?
Me? most of my gigs as a DJ was always during that springtime during pub crawls, booze cruises. So it was always from Cinco de Mayo to Labor Day, and then taking a break off, and then re-gigging for my New Year's Eve. Plus, what other ancillary gigs I had as far as providing audio services. But with this is actually forcing me to just do piecework and not actually look to do what I was doing before, because I know pub crawls, booze cruises, that's a thing of the past for a while, until I would say another year or two while that vaccine is traveling around and it actually provides people a sort of a safety net, even though we're going to have to actually still do social distancing, wear a mask, but at least we'll be a little bit more protected. But as far as here in New York, doing these gigs at these clubs, especially clubs were the mainstay here in New York for a lot of DJs, other than the personal events. So whether the club was in a brick and mortar or in a boat, that's basically a dead issue at the moment. And I don't foresee anything coming to spring where that business will pick up again. I think it's going to be another year or two.
Jeez, man. Gerald on Facebook says Mikey Mike was a beast. From my standpoint, what I've been thinking about was not necessarily closing shop, but going after different opportunities. Because it's like some of our quote unquote funnest gigs, you know, be having like 700, 800, 1,000 people. We do this line dance convention every year. It's like 900 people there every January. And this year, I think that's already canceled for 2021. And so, but with COVID, it's like, you know, I'm just been thinking about ways to, one, looking at my inventory. I got trussing, I got moving heads, I got sound, I got audio, I got video. What of this stuff do I see myself using in 2021 if COVID continues on this path? I found a use for truss. Oh, I can pull that up. I put trussing in my DJ studio. Well,
like Christmas tree decorations, is that what you use it for?
But far as he said Christmas tree decorations. But so I've just been trying to think of outside the box different ways to use this inventory that's not necessarily for parties or weddings and stuff like that. So that's been the biggest puzzle that I'm trying to solve right now. Mm-hmm. As it relates to the video stuff, that that's been great. You know what I'm saying? We started doing this virtual event stuff about 3 years ago and went pretty balls to the wall with it, so to speak. But it's the other stuff that I'm more concerned about: trussing, moving heads, uplights. I found a use for the uplights. I'll put some of those in the studio.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, having just got my audio system I'm at 95% completion when it comes to my audio setup. And lighting is cool, video. I just don't know. I decided to not even look at this COVID as a fence, as a hurdle. I just look at it as a time for me to go in the house and refine the things that, like all the back office type things that I need to sharpen my skills on. And for me, I don't know. I haven't been in business for about 10 years. I don't know. I decided, and maybe some people feel differently. I got too much fire inside of me, too much passion left inside of me. Actually, you know what? And shout out to Mikey Mike, because he was my first and foremost inspiration when I got into this business. He was the one who told me. I reached out to him and called him. He called me, talked for a little bit, told me, well, you know, this is what you want to do. This is what you should get just to get started. And he gave me a small list of equipment to go out and purchase and get myself acclimated and used to it. And I'm here today. So, you know, I appreciate him, and he's for who he was to me. And that paying it forward, I met all these people. So I think I owe it to myself to stay passionate about my craft. And for those who I can't speak for others, but you know, I definitely know that it's an individual decision.
Yeah.
I'm very respectful for those who decide to back out, for those who decide to downgrade, or for those who decide to turn their business into an enthusiast business, into a very respectful for those who decide to back out, for those who decide to downgrade. I respect and salute those who decide to back out.
Hey, Gerald, turn your audio down some.
Okay. How's that?
Hey, be quiet. Can you talk louder?
How's that?
You're good, I think. Hey, be quiet. Say something, because you was going out there. His audio just got real low all of a sudden. Hey, Tony Rome, say something.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, your audio is good. Be quiet is not. Hey, what's going on, Gerald?
Hey, what's good, man? I'm chilling. I'm just listening to you guys talk it up.
Man, so how you were in Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
So how are things in your market?
Hold on, man. I think I got two things going on here. So let me do this.
All right.
I got
Gotta turn off the watch party.
Yeah, I still have Facebook going in the background, so it was delayed. So how am I doing right now with audio?
Hey, you're good.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Down here in Texas, enjoying the bipolar weather.
He said bipolar.
Cold, hot, rain, don't rain. You never know, man.
Do you guys are y'all shut down, or y'all still able to do events? What y'all situation?
Yeah, we are actually. They did slow down, man. We only did about 65 in-person events this year.
65?
Yeah.
Are you lucky?
Mm-hmm.
We usually do over 100, man, without question, but it's been slow. So, and then back in March, once it shut down, I figured out the Zoom thing, so I was doing a lot of those.
Oh my goodness, man! 65 gigs.
Yeah. They've been all right down here, but we've been safe, man. It's been going, so.
What do you do right now in the time being to amount for those losses?
I'm sorry. Let me turn you up just a little. What'd you say?
What are you doing right now in the time being, for this year, 2021, to cover for those losses?
Well, right now I've been working pretty heavily on my marketing and upsells. So, along with the regular DJ packages that we would do at primarily for weddings, I really honed in on some of my hidden features. We do stuff like dancing on the clouds. We also have some indoor sparkler machines that we break out, and those are pretty good upsells. You're talking $250 for dancing on the clouds, and like $500 for two of those spark machines, and they've been a huge hit.
So the
In the
upsell on
meantime,
those
though,
is 500 for two.
500 for two of those machines.
Ah, I know what my
Yeah,
next
they
purchase
go,
might
man,
be.
because it's unique. And also, what I've done to make sure I maintain income, especially in March and prior to that, I've diligently been building relationships with venue owners, wedding planners, anybody having to do with professional business in the weddings, right? And so they'll pull you in when you build that rapport and that good connection right there. I work with some pretty high-end wedding planners. Like some of them won't even take a wedding unless the budget's like 40,000 or less.
Jeez.
So for me, my customer focus was different from the average DJ. We have a lot of DJs in our area, and so I don't even get much business where I live in Harker Heights, Texas, in Killeen, Texas. So my clientele comes from the big cities like Austin, Dallas, sometimes towards Houston. But that was my target audience. So in the meantime, I just continued on with that marketing and reaching out to corporate a little bit more. So I have scripted emails that I start the conversations with, but also just reaching out, man, and staying on the minds of those customers that you always work for. So I don't know if you got one from me recently, Jimmy, but I just sent out like a little Christmas banner.
I think I did.
Just saying Merry Christmas. Did you get that?
I gotta double check, but I think so.
Yeah, so like I continually do stuff like that with all of my customers, past brides. I go through on my whole DJ packages list and just go for it. So that helps you continue to generate new leads, new bookings. But other than that, man, besides that whole DJ thing, I've been stock trading, so I'm killing it right there on Webull, right? So that's why I put those tickers in the comments earlier. And other than that, man, I'm okay really. My crew's okay. Most of us are military, ex-military, and about 4 of us are actually retired. So we're good in that aspect. But as far as my business go, it's really been winning in 2020. I still rocked about 150K this year.
That's
Easy.
awesome, man. That is.
So I was surprised, but to tell you the truth, but it's going, man.
See, and a lot of people can't even say that about 2020. It's been rough for a lot of folks, but the fact that you've been able to, still knock down 150K and do over 60 some gigs, that's a testament to your work ethic, to your planning, and just your overall. My wife don't like when I use the word grind, but your overall strategy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's definitely a testament. And plus, the market you're in, Texas was one of the last ones that kind of shut down, right?
Yeah, they were. Our numbers picked up big time, man, like down in San Antonio, up in Dallas. We do know people that's close to us that have had to deal with COVID as well, like personally had it. And even a wedding planner that I work with, she had to like not show up at one of the weddings we were rocking. But again, we flow well together. So her and our assistant and I, we connected. I knew what to do. I helped the assistant, based on, you know, how we flow normally. So it was a team thing, man. You just gotta think different during these times, right? And so that's why I posted that comment earlier, like, let 2020 be a wake up for the entire DJ industry, because I think, like most people, we just kind of comfortable, bro. We get these gigs and the money's flowing. We pay a little bills. We have a little fun. We buy some gear. But, you know, we just repeat that, you know, for the most part. But what I've done prior to that, man, I was hustling and I had a game plan of, I'm going to knock this mortgage out. I'm going to pay this car off. I didn't really have a problem with debt. And so once the pandemic hit, the only bills that I really had to be concerned with was like cell phones or utilities, you know, stuff like that, living expenses type stuff, no mortgage, no major debt. And so that's one of the reasons why I stood up Your Favorite Thousand there on YouTube, because I figured the DJs, I care about my industry a lot. I'm not afraid to share with other DJs. I show all my secrets all the time, and I'm not intimidated by competition, because I just, you know, walk my walk and stay in my lane.
Yep.
But I want our DJs to survive, man. And as I look around, I get it. Some people are at their retirement because, you know, they're at that age and it's just that time. But I think a lot of DJs, as I'm seeing gear being sold and guys are saying, hey, I'm going to get this job, this 9 to 5. It's a reality check, you know. So if I had to say anything to encourage anybody, I would say, if you're passionate about this DJing thing, don't give up on it. Do what you got to do to survive. If you got to get a job, definitely do that. Feed your family, take care of yourself. But by all means, the industry is going to bounce back. I just looked at this 2020 as an opportunity, bro. There's stuff I put off because, you know, I've been going. But now I have time to put new pictures on my website and maybe create some templates for streaming and, you know, stuff like that. Admin, right?
See, it's been funny because 2020 was a year that my wife and I, we do these phases, and 2020's phase was kicking off phase 11. Like phase 10 was starting the live streaming business, you know, and gearing up for that.
Okay.
Phase 11 was real estate. We wanted to spin up a little real estate venture. And so that's what we've been working on outside of DJing, outside of videos, outside of live streaming, is looking at real estate, looking at stocks. We purchased this property earlier this year. We closed on another property in a couple of weeks. And so it's just like this during a pandemic. On one hand, some of the stuff I do is like, oh my God, I'm not doing weddings. But on another hand, it's like, all right, you doing this instead. So I'm still busy, but I guess I look at each portion of the way my approach to business and work. I only do for work what I enjoy. So I love music. I produce music. I DJ. You know what I'm saying? I score film. I love video. All right. I shoot documentaries. I produce live streams. I love technology. I design networks, stuff like that, you know? So I just really focus on doing what I enjoy. And so over the last 2 years, I've been studying real estate like crazy. And so with moving into doing real estate as one of the things that we do, I just see that as a way to, one, something else that's fun to do. And two,
Right on.
I don't want other people that I know, when they get ready to buy a house or a condo or a building or a venue or whatever, to have to jump through some of the hoops that we jump through. Because it's like now, especially during this pandemic thing, they really made it difficult to do property transactions. And it's extremely difficult to buy property that don't have a house on it. A lot of people don't know that. It's easier to buy a house than it is to buy a piece of land without a house. And it's like, I don't know, man. But moving forward, as it relates to DJing, I'm fully vested, man. I am fully vested and continuing to do gigs right now, more so on the Zoom side of things with, doing the virtual parties and doing the events on our own platform, zoom-parties.com, and hopefully in the mid 2021, getting back into breaking out the trust scene and all that stuff, because we was gearing up to go head first into getting this RCF line array system. But now I know like 4 people who got them, and it's not a whole lot of opportunities to use them right now. And it would drive me crazy to look at that stuff just sitting, not generating no revenue or minimum revenue.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I think on the back end of that, there could be opportunity still. Last year we launched our first event. We called it Party in the Park. We just all 8 of us. We set up in the park and DJ. It was a free event for the community. We reached out to several groups. We were tagging like Harker Heights Chamber of Commerce, Killeen Chamber of Commerce, City of Killeen. We were just reaching out. We had vendors coming in wanting to be a part. So they saw an opportunity to make money. They say, yeah. I said, yeah, come on in. So we had food trucks and all kind of stuff. And then a couple of corporate vendors reached out to us to be a part of that. So I was like, okay, we're on to something here, right? So why not, instead of looking at it as I got all this gear in my garage, you can do 2 things. You could do something to motivate the community by, maybe putting on some sounds, even if it's in your neighborhood. Put on some sounds, get it out there, get it in practice, get your video on. And, at the same time, you are really branding, right? Because I think a lot of DJs are underestimating have right now too. A lot of us immediately started to figure out, okay, how to stream on Facebook and social media. And then we went through this battle, of course, with all the copyright and shutting DJs down. Let's all move to Twitch, whatever, right? But the thing is, you see how this has propelled a lot of us into a whole new realm. Now, just like our market in general, you're going to be DJs who are cruising, coasting, average. And then there are going to be people like you, Jimmy, where you have a full production on another level going. And Travis Gates, people like y'all, man, and that's what you're doing. So imagine when the market opened up and there's a need for someone to say, well, since we're in the thing for live streaming, that's going to still be a thing because grandmama and them can't make it to the wedding. But you can send that, you can live stream that. That's another service that you can offer, regardless if there's a pandemic or not.
Yep, and that's
so
the live streaming thing has definitely been one of the, I would say we originally started it because we wanted to do something where we could bring the kids out to do. Like a lot of the DJ gigs, the kids couldn't come. But a lot of the live streaming gigs, they can come and they can learn and they can, have fun.
Yes, sir.
And so, and with that being said, the live streaming from doing it from the perspective that, I've been coming from has been, it's an awesome experience, but really freaking expensive to do on that event service level, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people think, oh, you got OBS, you got 2 webcams. Nah, bro. It's like right now on this live stream, it's not computer software that's producing the stream. It's the computer software is bringing you guys in remotely, but far as the format and all that, it's not OBS. It's all hardware based, and so it's a combination of technologies that I put together. And so, and we use these same technologies for the events. Because just think, you're DJing an event, and you got, for example, we did a conference over in December, like over 3 weeks. They don't want to hear that your software crashed or your computer crashed and none of that stuff. It's like you looking at, oh, if the stream stops, I gotta give a refund. If the screen is buffering, I might have to give a refund. And so it's a whole nother science to that side of it. And for me, the person, no, really at the end of the day, I just thank my wife, because she take my crazy ideas and she sell them. She put that sales situation around it. But moving forward to 2021, I think streaming is definitely going to be here. People like Zoom is kind of decreasing the opportunities for a lot of stuff, because they're starting to bundle. It's like a lot of the platforms are going to have streaming built in for people who just want to do it. So the opportunities to make money is going to be lesser and lesser for the smaller scale productions. But it's crazy. I could talk for hours just about the whole science of that streaming. But I saw a post today. We can go like 5 more minutes, Frank. I know you got a timeline. I saw a post today, and it was to the effect of, don't buy any DJ gear in 2020 for the rest of 2020. Wait. What are your thoughts on buying gear right now? You know,
I don't see any ROI on new gear for me to actually buy anything. What I'm doing now will suffice. So I'm just sitting and waiting and see what opens up here in New York. And once I start generating a nice income, I'll start buying gear again like I used to. Where you used to accuse me of having stock in Amazon and Best Buy and Guitar Center, like I used to. But I've actually only bought 10% of what I usually buy in a year.
All right.
You a mid-career / veteran? Okay, yeah, you might have 1 or 2 controls. You just coming out, this is something that you can. Like, for instance, when I first got into this, I used to have this raggedy Newmark mixer with the CD that you press, pop open, put the CD in, and it was gray, and they had an ugly little mixer in the middle. I thought I was hot stuff, and the NS7 was $1,600. It took me a year and a half. And guitars, and if you know that is a piece of equipment that is going to definitely, that one, you know that you will be relevant, or you want to be relevant. So I think it's stay on. If you don't know about, if you have a DJ friend and you always practice on his shit, it'll be time for you where you fit this situation where you have this money, stimulus check, tax check, extra little unemployment, I don't know, but an opportunity for you to get this equipment and then learn, and then you can teach yourself something, a craft that you don't know, like my boy out here in Texas said, you want to stay in this game, stay with it, stay relevant. I definitely think it serves this purpose for each of us. God forbid if you've been in a good business for 20 years you know what you want.
Yeah.
You know, it will affect you because you got a secondary job, you got a wife who's a nurse, or so on and so forth. But if you're that young guy, like we all used to be at a point in time, I just say no disrespect to anybody else, but I think it's just to each their own.
Gerald, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are I basically shop. It takes me a long time to buy something because I always think in multi-purpose use and long term. So for me, man, I'm like, use it till it die. I still have an iPhone 6. My wife and daughter's finally happy. I'm about to get a new one. As you can see, my screen is severely cracked up because I dropped it, right? But that just goes to say, look, it does its job. I'm on a DDJ SX2. I see all you guys with the S9s, S11s, Rain 1, Rain 2, Rain 3, if that's out. I don't even know. CDJ 2000s, 4000s, 6000s. Bro, I'm like, hey, man, I can do my job, you know? And I get all the toys if you're that guy, right? Hey, to each his own, like you say. And I'm a firm believer in that. But also, I shop in 3 ways. Is it going to have, is it something I can upsell, uplighting? Is it going to make my job easier and more efficient? Wireless uplighting, right? Is it going to be reliable? So that's the way I shop. Everything after that, I don't get caught on the hype. Pioneer can make a S13 next month and I still be like,
Say whatever.
I use DDJs. I don't have Reigns. You know, I started on Technique 1200s and all that good stuff, but, you know, I don't get into that, bro. Plus, I'm not carrying that around. So,
Hey, as strong as your will.
See, for me, it's like I'm more of a techie, and I'm into the technology, and it's like the Denons really wasn't a purchase for the DJ business, more so a purchase for the DJ studio in the house. And so it's like, yo, this is my lab. I come down here and detox. But it turned into us doing a whole lot of Zoom parties. And so now, okay, like I did a Zoom party December 19th with my homie DJ Primetime Bentley B and the Commander Latif. We did a fundraiser for the National Diabetes Association. And so then I did a Zoom party, 2 Zoom parties for the conference. So it's just turning into, wow, I built this DJ studio to have fun, but it's like, it's ended up being a way that I'm recouping, making up for not going out doing physical gigs. And so, but I definitely, the way I approach buying stuff for the business, is it a business need? What's going to be my ROI? Stuff like that. So like, I got the stuff that I buy because I just fucking want it. And there's the stuff I buy for the business. Like for the business, Tony Rome and DJ Be Quiet knows this. My plan was to get a huge RCF sound system, the double 21 subs, and get the HDL 20s, and you know, mapped it out. You know, I want 16 cabinets. Then I got the front field situation lined up, RCF stage monitors, the whole 9, right? Put it on hold because of the pandemic. Because I can't see how I'm going to recoup my ROI with that. Versus, I done made more money sitting in my basement in a month.
Yep.
It's like, I don't need no RCFs.
yeah.
Even though I did buy some RCFs for the basement.
Yeah,
But I ain't talking about those though. It's kind of, it's funny to me because during the whole process, I didn't think about it from that standpoint where, damn, this is gonna be a business too. Versus, we got the new house. I'm gonna have my DJ set up. Have my friends over, my family over. We can have fun. Versus, oh shoot, I'm doing gigs from home. the technology has just advanced so much that you can DJ from home and have good quality audio and have video that looks, hold on, the people on the live stream will be able to see this, but you guys won't. Have video that looks freaking crazy and insane.
Yeah.
But just being able to do a situation where, you still can do what you love and generate some income. But here lately, I just been more concerned about my colleagues who depend on those bar gigs, who depend on those weddings, who, need those in-person events. And I just been working my brain, looking for resources to share where it's like, all right, it's just, I just haven't been able to find anything. And so I just think as a subset of service providers that cater to the event industry, I think the DJs and the LDs, the lighting designers, and the sound men and women are like the last people that's on the senators and the congressmen mind, because we don't have no lobbying body. And so I just think that moving forward, even amongst the group of us and the people who's tuned in right now, I think we need to have some conversation about how moving forward, what are some skill sets, some tools, or just a mindset that we all can adapt to be able to survive, if this pandemic goes longer, if the vaccines aren't what they promising it to be. It's like we didn't think we would have a pandemic and be shut down for a whole year. And then we got this vaccine that's giving some people Bell's palsy. And so it's like, it just gets, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. And so.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yep.
Hey, let me offer the DJ industry this, man. I put this video up on YouTube on how to create a budget. It's not on G5 Productions. It's on Your Favorite Thousandaire, okay? So in the video, and I'm gonna just keep it simple here. Let's pretend like all of us are just starting right now. Hey, you know what? I want to be a DJ. I know I gotta wait, but in the meantime, I'm gonna practice, get some skills up, blah, blah, get some gear. When it's time, go out there and rock it, right? I'm gonna offer you guys this, the whole industry. This time, when you go out there, as you make your money, you got to set up some kind of financial management for that money, right? And one of the things that I do, it may not work for everybody, but it's been pretty consistent over the years for me. Every gig that I get, I pay myself 1/3 of it. 1/3 of it goes to Uncle Sam, and the other 1/3 of it goes right back into my business. So if I get a $600 event, $200 goes to me, to my personal account. I manage that differently. That's however I decide to use it, but I paid me. The other 200 goes back into G5. So as I'm doing multiple gigs, that money's building up. This is how I buy gear. And this is how I pay other DJs. And this is how I pay any taxes that are due. But wait, I don't pay taxes because I take advantage of the tax benefits. Now, you have to have a recognized DJ business, like with your county and your state.
Your LLCs or your INC.
Yeah, travel mileage, all that good stuff, lodging.
Now we got the 3 martini tax write-off for your lunches and your meals if you're doing a gig. So if you're a licensed business, you can write off your food, your lunch, 100% tax write-off.
Yeah.
So get that Indian food.
Did that. I'm sorry.
You good.
So imagine if you did that all year or 2 years, man. You've been in, that little money adds up. So you paid yourself, you got money set aside for taxes, and you got money set aside for your business, advertising, marketing, new gear, all that, right? So if you budgeting your money right and you're saving and stacking up instead of just blowing it all, you know, eventually you get to a point, man, where you have 6 months to a year, you know, like, okay, if I don't get no more income, I can survive. I got time to figure something out, you know?
Yeah, and
But the
plus,
problem is, like, most people, not even just DJs, most people in their lives just work, pay bills, spend the rest, and repeat every
yep.
month, you know? So that's what I meant by, you know, let this be a wake up call. You got to have a different financial strategy, man. And you know, so that's what I will offer the DJs going into it. If you want to see that video, your favorite thousandaire,
It will
set
be
up a budget.
it will be in the link of this video on YouTube, and so I'm gonna grab it and put the link to it in the description of this video.
Okay.
So that way they can grab it and take a look at it. Now, another thing you want to do is save all of your receipts, because all your gear and stuff that you buy for your business, a lot of that stuff can be written off. Save every receipt, every cable for every controller. You go out and buy your dinners. Save the receipt. Use it for your business. You know, you can get some tax benefit.
I came to the conclusion, like the stuff that I don't even that I don't see a receipt for. My rack space email, my website hosting.
All write-offs.
You know, I can go to my invoices and see the invoices. And I look back in the last 3 years, I'm like, I had this website for 3 years. I'd pay that much money?
No, but check it out though. Check it out. How many domain names do you think I pay for annually?
I got two.
Zoomparties.com, playmydemo.com, PowerJam DJs, Just to Wow, blendbottles.com. What am I missing? Eventstreamteam.com. I got I think I started buying for the blend bottles. I'm bringing those back in 2021, and so I started buying domain names for every state and the popular cities. And so it adds up, but it's a tax right. You could write off a lot of that stuff. And so print those invoices, get your receipt scanner, and get you a good accountant.
Yep, iTunes, BPM Supreme, Spotify, all that.
Your record pools,
your new computer.
Facts. Any charitable donations you make, is like it's a lot. But one last thing I want to touch on before we go. We have a group on Facebook called the Everyday DJ. Everyday DJ. The link will be in this video as well. Y'all join the group. We're going to continue the conversation there as a positive group where we're just sharing knowledge and just hope to build a team of like-minded professionals, or even not like-minded, but just people who got the goal of being successful in the business of doing gigs, lighting, videos, sound, all that good stuff. Before we go, I want to take a second and thank my panel that's on the call. My homie Gerald from G5 Productions. We got my homie DJ Tony Rome in the building, and my homie DJ Be Quiet. I appreciate you fellas hopping on tonight. And if you guys don't mind, I want to pencil you guys in for next Tuesday at 9 p.m. so we can do part 2 and go into more detail on some of the topics that we discussed and any new stuff that popped up, as well as, hopefully we can come up with some tips for ways for our fellow event professionals to invest their stimulus money, not just going out buying stuff that they can't write off, but just ways that they can use that money to get ahead investing in a marketing campaign or flyers or, stuff like that. But, we'll keep it moving.
Good logo.
All right, fellas, I'm going to end the show. If I can get y'all to stay on the line, I'm going to end it real quick. Thank y'all for tuning in. J-Rock representing Power Jam DJs and the event stream team. You've been tuned into the Everyday DJ podcast. This podcast is streamed live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we talk about, stuff that's important to me, stuff that's important to my panel, stuff that's important to you. If you would like to be on the panel for one of the upcoming shows, feel free to hit me up. If you tuned in from YouTube, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. And we got something that we're giving away to one of our subscribers tonight. So if you're tuned in tonight and you are a subscriber, like this video, go in the comments and say free lunch. Put free lunch in the comments if you're a subscriber. And also go to Play My Demo on Instagram. Play My Demo on Instagram and follow Play My Demo on Instagram. And you could win, here we go right here. This Subway gift card lunch on the Everyday DJ podcast. So subscribe, comment in the video that you want free lunch or whatever, and follow Play My Demo on IG. One lucky person to win. As often as possible, we're going to be giving away stuff. For our 10,000 subscriber, we're giving away something cool. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. All right, with that being said, my name is J-Rock. Y'all stay safe out there. Love your family. Love your friends. Put integrity first. And at the end of the day, just focus on being your authentic self. Don't worry about the Joneses or the Smiths or none of them stupid ass people. Just focus on doing you the best you can. And like I said, loving your family. My name is J-Rock, and I'm out.